Good day, everybody. This is Norm from the Board Game Museum, and today I'm going to be reviewing Traveling Tour of the United States game. This game was published in 1822 from F&R Lockwood, and it is for 2 players. Now, in this game, you are going to be traveling through the right side of the United States as it was at the time, and you're going to be moving into these different cities, but you're not going to know what those cities are. And what you have to do is you have to try to guess what the city is with the information that is provided to you. So let's check it out. Okay, so we'll start with the game board over here. This is a partial map of the United States over here. And what you're going to be doing is you'll be trying to travel all through the United States and trying to be the first person to get to New Orleans. Now, the way this works is the game has what is called a teetotum, which is an old school die that you would spin. I don't have one, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use this 8-sided die. Anyway, on the other side of the box, you're going to have the instructions and a whole bunch of locations with some information on them. As you can see, number 1 is Washington City, number 2 is Annapolis, number 3 is Fredericktown. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and roll the die, and let's just say I roll the 5. I'm going to start at the 1, and I'm going to move myself up to the 5th space with my token. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to look at this list, and each of the cities is going to have a little information about it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just simply pick a piece of this information and present it to whoever it is, or someone's going to do that with me, and they're going to have to guess what the city is. So if I was able to correctly guess Lewistown, I would be able to go ahead and roll, and then I would go ahead and just continue on from there and continue on up and down the map. Now, if you want to make it an advanced version of the game, what you can do is you can add the population to where everybody is going to have to guess what the population is before they can move forward. If they miss, they're going to stay where they're at, and they're going to have to just stay there until they're able to answer one of the questions. And then you're just going to continue playing and rolling, and the first player to get to New Orleans is going to be the winner. So anyway, my thoughts on the game. Well, could this game be played today? Well, I think it could, but you're definitely going to have to get some updated information, because information from about 200 years ago definitely is going to make the game harder unless you are a historian and you enjoy that kind of thing. Now, the map looks really nice, and it's actually a neat idea, just being able to just answer trivia questions and making your way around the board. So you can kind of see how just with this game alone, it inspired other games to come along later. It certainly is an easy game to learn. It just really depends on the questions, and if you're having to try to guess the populations and stuff, that would be really difficult. But you could always tweak it to where you can go higher or lower, and then, you know, on your next turn, if you can just guess it, then you can go ahead and roll and continue moving on. But I like the idea of the game. It's a neat idea, having all these questions about the country there for all these different cities and having all this different information, and then you're just going to have to try to guess with what you're provided with. Now, I can imagine that in the first few turns, especially with Washington, you're going to know what that is, I would imagine, if you roll the 1, because that's the very first thing. But it's going to get a little bit more difficult as you're going along. For the time, it was definitely a unique idea. When you look at some of these older games, early 1900s, they are beautiful to look at. And even this game looks, it's detailed. The board looks pretty amazing for the time, I think. If you actually wanted to try to play this game, they got some really good high-resolution pictures of the board, so you can actually download them and then try to see if you can make your own board, and the rules, same thing. So all you would really need to do is you just have to get that special die and then some tokens, and then you'd be ready to go. But I'd also recommend for sure getting some updated information. All right, guys, that's my review of Traveling Tour in the United States. We'll see you. Keep on gaming. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Subscribe and like.
And comment. And
click and
share.
share.
And have fun.